So we've got Nix here, who's going to be doing a driving test with me, a mock driving test that is, and you've been driving for 25 years?
Yes.
So
24.
So hopefully we should be okay. I've topped up my life insurance there as well to make sure.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
So just so you know though, on a UK driving test, it's going to last about 40 minutes. It include one reversing manoeuvre, possibly an emergency stop, which happens in about 1 in 3 tests. It's not guaranteed. About 20 minutes of independent driving, which is going to be say following the sat nav for about 20 minutes. Right. You follow the road ahead at all times, unless road signs or road markings direct you otherwise. So for example, that means like a mini roundabout, if I don't say where to go, it just basically means keep following the road ahead. Okay. But of course, at any point if you're not sure, just let me know if you're not sure of an instruction. Even on the sat nav, if it's not clear on the sat nav, let me know, but I'm sure that'll be fine. You're probably quite used to sometimes the sat nav's giving weird directions and that sort of thing. So, but if it does sound weird, let me know and I can then help you.
Yeah. Okay.
We're also going to do one tell me question, like a question about the car safety, and one show me question to demonstrate something.
I've only been in this car 5 minutes.
We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. We'll try. I maybe try and be nice with the show me question. A question that's probably something that's pretty common on most cars where it is.
Right. Okay.
The tell me question is more theory knowledge. I'm going to ask you to see. It's not a disaster. If you get one of these questions wrong, it's not a disaster. It's just a minor fault. I'll see if you know. See if you can impress the viewers.
Thanks.
Which question shall we go for? Let's see if you know about tyres. Can you tell me what the legal minimum tread depth is on the tyres?
1.6 mil.
Yeah, cool. And anything else you should look for on the tyre to make sure they're safe and legal?
Bulges, bubbles, any bits sticking out of them, things like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, cool. That's a good answer. Yeah, cool. And I'd like to also do a show me question on the move, but I'll try and keep the question something that's probably pretty similar on your car. So I'm going to program the sat nav and start from here. Now at the moment the sat nav's going to initially take you to the test centre, but just ignore that and just carry on past it, and then it will redo the route because it's basically set to start the route at the test centre. So once you've gone past the test centre, it'll restart the route. So we're going to come out of the car park.
You will arrive at your destination.
So you're not asking any more questions now? We're going now.
Yeah, we're going to set. Yep. So not going to ask any questions else. We're going to basically head out the car park, turn right into the main road.
Yep.
And then we'll be following the sat nav.
Right. Okay.
So any questions before we go?
No. Just looking to see if this is a one way, and it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's all sort of 2 ways, so you're fine. Just get that way.
Okay.
Ignore this initial direction.
200 yards, turn left, the pavilions, then you have reached your destination.
So just keep following the road ahead, and then once you've gone past the test centre, it'll reprogram.
Turn left, then you have reached your destination.
And if it doesn't say in time at the roundabout, just to confirm it's going ahead, second exit.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, Brighton Road. You will arrive at your destination at 2:09 p.m.
And with the sat nav, I do it like the examiner's wheel, so sometimes they're stepping and give you little bits of help if it's confusing.
Yeah.
So I do the same. For example, here, just so you know, it's a right turn here, third exit.
300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the third exit, A23, towards Crawley.
So yeah, so turning right, third exit, because sometimes that would confuse learners, so they will sometimes step in and give a little bit of help. Approaching the roundabout, Nix doesn't signal right. The right signal should be done as I've given the direction as turning right, third exit. I decide not to mark this down, as the signal's not essential on this roundabout due to the sheer size of it. I don't even see it's much different really.
You're going to have filters on each of the exits. There'll be
But there already was a filter. The only difference is they're putting a wall in there.
Yeah, there was only one filter.
And they're putting a filter in this way as well, are they?
Yeah, this one will have a filter going round. The only one that had a filter was the other side.
Yeah.
But they're putting in a filter going all I think all exits, or most of them. They'll obviously do the filter that they've currently got. But this one's going to have a filter, and I know that the town to this way, I think they're doing. It looks like it by the amount that they've undone, if that makes sense.
I have to see, because looking at the plans, it looks like they're only keeping the filter lane over there. There's a good example here to explain why the examiners won't generally talk to you too much on your driving test, as it could very easily distract you. As I'm talking to Nix, the sat-nav says turn left at the roundabout, first exit. But because we're talking, she gets a little bit muddled up and thinks we're going ahead at the roundabout, second exit. So just try to remember, if the examiner's staying quiet, they're doing it to try to help you, not to make you more nervous. But the only difference is they're putting in a wall instead of the line, so it's more protected. Where this, I think, is still just going to be a left only, but not a filter lane.
See, it looks like.
But maybe not.
If you look here.
I don't think it's going wide though, it's because they're putting an extra lane in over there. I don't know, Eliza, I don't know if you've looked at the plans not, because unless they've changed it.
No, I haven't actually looked at the plans. But if you look at what here, you can see the path, obviously.
So just keep going round the roundabout, that's fine, just keep going round the roundabout, just keep going round.
Didn't it say go straight on?
It's going left, it was just keep going round.
Oh, sorry, I thought it said straight on, because the blue line looks straight on.
I think that's like the route back or something like that, or because there's a bit of route like that carried later on, so keep going round. So just come off this next exit. Yeah, it's because part of the route is going to be going up there in a minute, but we've come down this way first.
Okay.
So it's just, I don't know if you can see what I mean now, it's just the route they sometimes do. You'll see what we're doing in a minute, the way they sometimes do the routes.
Well, that's bloody confusing.
After 300 yards, go around the roundabout and take the fourth exit, A2220, Horsham Road.
So happy with that, basically a U-turn here. Yeah, so it's just the part of the route they sometimes add U-turns in.
Right, okay.
To do certain things. You'll see in a minute what we're doing.
And take the fourth exit.
I suppose because I'm so used to mine, I've never ever used your sat-nav. That was a bit...
Take the exit, A2220.
I think on any it would be confusing because it's not something you'd normally do.
No.
It's because, like you've seen here, they're going to get you to take the next left, the lights, because they want you to go down that bit.
Right.
And of course to get here you have to do this, you have to go round the roundabout, so it's a bit of a weird route.
Gotcha, yeah.
Turn left, then turn right.
Turn left, then turn right.
So could you pull up on the left in a safe place, please? Just pull up on the left in a safe place, just somewhere along here. Yeah, and they do this several times, so just get you to stop at the side of the road.
Right. Okay.
I assume, did they do this when you did your test like 25 or so years ago? Do you remember?
Once, maybe.
Yeah, they do it quite a lot now. We do this about
Once
3 or 4
twice.
times, stopping on the left.
Yeah.
This is why we also came down this road, so we come down to a quieter road to practice, to basically demonstrate sort of things like stopping and starting, and bits and pieces like that. So if you could then drive on when you're ready, please. This is the first minor fault. As Nix looks to pull away, she doesn't check her blind spot. She just checks her middle and right mirror. could you now pull up on the left, just behind this blue 4x4, the Jeep thing? Get quite close to it, about a car length away from it. Don't worry if you block the driveway.
Right, okay.
So just about a car length away from it. It's a little bit close, about a car length. That'd be good to say, thanks. So, and they do this at least once, where they get you to stop behind a parked vehicle, what they call an angled start, just to demonstrate you can control the car and steer around the parked car. It's just a demonstration exercise. So, yeah, okay, thank you, and drive on when you're ready. And then there'd be another about 2 or so stops like that, just randomly stopping at the side of the road, different situations.
Turn right, Kingscote Hill.
Could you now pull up on the left, just behind this next parked car? That'd be fine, yeah, that'd be fine. So, yeah, I think what we're going to have a go at doing is doing an emergency stop. Something I don't know if you've done for probably a while.
Not unless a cat runs out in front of me, no.
So, yeah, so my instruction for it is going to be stop.
Yeah.
When I give that instruction, I want you to stop the car as quickly and as safely as possible. Imagine, like, say, as a cat had just run in front, or a child just run in front of the car. Before I give the instruction, I will check it's safe.
Right,
so I'll be checking my mirror and over my shoulder. But when I check, please try not to anticipate I'm going to give the instruction. Because when I'm checking, we don't want you to start braking, because there might be something behind that we obviously don't want to be then doing it for. We want to make sure I'll make sure it's all clear before I give the instruction. So, any questions on that?
No.
So
try not. It's got ABS, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got ABS. Yeah, pretty much any modern car post like 2002 or so has got ABS.
So you've got to do it without skidding, haven't you?
I won't really say too much. Just sort of do what you would do normally. Do what you do normally. Imagine, like, say, if a child would run in front, do whatever you would do to obviously save their life. That's what you've got to obviously demonstrate.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, and then drive on when you're ready. I give Nyx a serious fault for her emergency stop for the following reasons. The first one being, she only has one hand on the wheel. When doing an emergency stop, you should have 2 hands on the wheel just in case the car skids. Secondly, she goes clutch down a bit too early. This can affect your overall stopping distance. By leaving the clutch later, the car will stop a lot quicker. Also, when the car has stopped, she should secure the car, so handbrake neutral. The final thing, and possibly the most important thing, she doesn't check round fully before moving off. She only checks her mirrors, and no blind spot checks. She should check her left blind spot, left mirror, road ahead, middle mirror, right blind spot. So a full 360-degree look round before moving off after an emergency stop. Stop. Okay, thank you. And drive on when you're ready. And be pleased to hear I won't ask you to do that again.
At the end of the road, turn left, Buckswood Drive.
I decided to give a minor fault for use of mirrors signalling. As for the next 2 junctions, Nyx signals and then checks our mirrors, rather than checking our mirrors, then signalling.
Turn left. At the end of the road, turn left, 80
show me question in a minute. If you're really not sure where it is, don't worry about it, because I'm aware, of course, you haven't driven this car before. But I'm going to ask you one that's probably pretty similar on most cars.
Yeah.
Can you show me how you'd wash the front windscreen? That's pretty standard on most cars. Have a go. It's just do what you do in your car. Yeah, that's pretty standard on most cars. It's almost always like that.
Mine's actually a push-in.
Oh, is that? So that seems to be different then. Okay.
Yeah.
So has it got like a button at the end, or?
It's on this side, and because it's
on that
automatic.
side?
Yeah, it's automatic.
So it's different, yeah.
I think it's that side. Yeah, because I've got automatic wipers.
Okay.
So I have to push the whole knob in. If I pull it, it'll flash the headlights. That's why I said it's either push or I didn't want to flash the headlights, but
yeah,
that's the
yeah, the lights is all that side, yeah.
The roundabout and take the second exit.
The next roundabout is dealt with very well, picking the correct lane of approach and staying within the lane, within the white lines, going all the way around the roundabout.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the third exit, A2011, Crawley Avenue. Cross the roundabout and take the third exit. Exit A2011, Crawley Avenue.
A fair decision to overtake there, as the red car's going a little bit slow and the speed limit of the road is 70 miles per hour. She could go back to the left lane here, but it's a good idea to stay in the right lane as the roundabout's coming up quite soon and she's turning right at the roundabout. If she was going left or ahead of the roundabout, going back to the left lane would have been essential.
After 300 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, Hazelwick Avenue. Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
you're not sure, you can always ask on a test you can.
A2220, Hazlitt Avenue East.
I thought it was just like a private one, or was that?
It is private.
Is that what the Irish ones look like?
The Irish ones are numbers as well as, letters, normally 3 letters followed by several numbers.
A minor fault is given here for response to road signs. She starts to build speed towards 40 before she has passed the 40 sign. Now the sat-nav is a very confusing instruction here. Also ignore if it beeps, it's just catching up the speed camera.
At the end
speed
of the road, turn
ignore
right,
this.
A2220, Russell Way, then take the second left.
Just you're going to head towards Furnace Green, just you get in the left lane and just stay in the left lane. That will take you where you need to go.
You do know that the road's closed if you're going straight on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, okay. Because the tailgate
turn right,
thing.
Then take the second left.
You know where, if you follow straight on.
Yeah, I know at the end of Hazelwood Avenue there's just gasworks or something, they've dug all the road.
The roundabout and take the second exit.
So we'll just go through for the sat nav. So what we do at the roundabout is we turn left, first exit.
Yep. So I couldn't follow it, that's why I was like...
Yeah, that's fine. And then that's the independent drop. The end of the independent drive. I'll give you directions as normal from now on. So I'll leave the sound off up there for the moment, but just don't pay attention to it. I've turned the sound off as well, so it doesn't distract you, hopefully. Also do that a bit as well, so it's not moving.
You can follow me, I've got the screen on. Mercedes that sits there, it's just on, so it doesn't affect me.
And once again, could you find a safe place to pull up on the left, just somewhere along this road? They're also then do one stop on the left, typical on a busier road like this, just to assess you're happy to stop and start on a busier road and deal with traffic and that.
Yeah.
Not that you would park here really, but you might stop of course to drop someone off.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure you can confidently do that on a slightly busier road.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. Drive on when you're ready. Now a minor fault here for undue hesitation. Currently there's a van waiting behind her, but they can't go round due to the oncoming traffic. But Nix waits and wants the van to go round, as she's not sure if she'd pull away or not if that's going to be acceptable. As the vehicle behind is completely stationary and they can't get round, it would be perfectly safe to pull away.
Oh, now he's going to go.
Turn right. two cars between the Mini and the silver one. Don't worry if you're blocking any driveways. Just tuck yourself in here. That'd be great just there, just so you've got enough room to pull away. So, this is now going to be the reverse parking exercise.
Oh shit! I knew you were going to. Sorry, I knew you were going to say that.
So, I'd like you to drive forwards, stop next to this silver car, and then reverse park to end up reasonably close and parallel to the curb.
Right.
Trying to finish within 2 car lengths from the parked car. So that means you could go further back when you do park if you needed to.
Yeah, but I can bring it forward.
So they do give you quite a bit of space to do it.
This is my worst one. I used to be brilliant at it, but because I don't do it anymore, I've got, no.
So do your best, and whenever you're ready, we'll go for that one. You're ready to stop next to them and then back up and park to end up pretty much where you are at the moment would be great.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna. I'm sure there is. Or maybe not.
I gave a minor fault here for observations. As firstly, she looks over her right shoulder into a blind spot after she had started reversing a bit. This should be done before you reverse. And also towards the end of the manoeuvre, she's looking in mirrors quite a lot and not over her left blind spot to see what's behind her.
Within 2 car lengths, isn't it?
Yeah, you happy with that? Yeah, that's fine.
Probably get a taxi to the curb, but
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that'll be fine as long as you're reasonably close to the curb. That's fine.
Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, and drive on whenever you're ready. End of the road, turn right. I can't advise, just do whatever you would do normally. And one final time, could you find a safe place to pull up on the left, just somewhere along here? Okay, thank you, and drive on when you're ready. pulls around these parked cars, it does get a little bit tight with the oncoming silver car, but I decided not to mark anything, as the silver car doesn't have to slow much at all, and the road is fairly wide, so you could have almost just about fitted 2 cars past the parked cars anyway. I think this depends on the examiner bit. Some examiners might see it as a fault and mark you down. Others might not worry about it, like me. Turn left. Turn left, first exit. It looks like probably like a rear end collision or something.
TT don't look like it's damaged, does it?
There's not really much damage in rear end collisions though, so it's normally
the front of the car.
Underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the rears have like have like a bar to protect you, and that don't need built in, don't they?
Yeah.
But the rear doesn't seem to take much damage, does it?
It depends on the car. Anything else? My friend, you're right though, I suppose, because my friend, the other morning she hit a bit of black ice, and she touched the back of a car, and it's done damage to the front of hers, but it hasn't. It's literally put a tiny scratch. That's it.
Yeah, it's because I think it's because the rear bumpers are normally plastic, so they just bend and then buckle straight back.
Yeah.
Normally the thing is if the bar underneath gets damaged, the whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So at the roundabout, we follow the road ahead, second exit to Pease Pottage Services. driven stuff that big before. Mm.
Took a do you know, we took the last Concorde out of Heathrow and it had to go out in pieces. So it was an extending low level, it was a low loader, and it was full rear steer. So I was originally the escort for it, and I ended up having to jump in and help because there was an issue. But once upon a time I could do that, I can't anymore.
And the roundabout way, follow the road ahead, second exit.
Yeah, something over 100 foot long through central London. It's a whole lot of fun, I can assure you.
At least, like, so you got escorts to sort of help with it.
That's right, yeah.
And make cars give you space and that sort of thing, and just they know there's something really big coming through.
Yeah, that's what the escorts
So it's going to keep following the road ahead, and we're going to go back to where we started from,
Right.
so back into the scrapyard.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you know where it is. That it's just pretty much opposite that red sign. If you can see that, it's just on the left of the corner. And then, like before, when you come in, just go into the first bit of the car park, because it's normally quite empty and quiet down this bit, and just drive forwards into maybe one of the bays over there. Don't worry too much if you're like the lines perfectly. Just drive forwards and come to a stop. That'd be fine just there. Yeah, because when you only finish the test, they don't look at your parking. They just leave it.
Just abandon it then.
Pretty much, yeah.
So come on, I never failed.
So it was actually a pretty good drive.
Yeah.
I actually didn't give many faults really.
Right.
But there was one thing I did give that I would fail you for.
Okay.
Which I'm going to turn the camera off and then we can do it on a separate footage.
Right. Okay.